If you are over 60, this senior health warning may completely change the way you look at the healthy seeds sitting in your kitchen right now, because some of the most popular foods promoted in senior nutrition may actually be making your legs feel weaker, heavier, and more unstable without you realizing it. What if I told you that certain seeds, often praised online as superfoods, can quietly increase inflammation, interfere with circulation, or even reduce the way your muscles absorb key nutrients after 60, while other seeds can help protect strength, balance, and mobility as you age? And here's the frightening part. Many seniors eat these foods every single day, believing they are helping their bodies, when in reality, they may be slowly contributing to leg weakness, poor blood flow, nighttime cramps, stiffness, or that strange feeling that your legs just don't support you the way they used to. But stay with me, because one seed near the end of this video is commonly advertised as one of the healthiest foods in the world. Yet many older adults are consuming it in a way that may quietly worsen inflammation and muscle fatigue over time. And most people have absolutely no idea, because after 60, your body changes in ways that most people never talk about openly. Your circulation becomes less efficient. Your muscles naturally lose strength. Your metabolism slows down. The tiny blood vessels that deliver oxygen and nutrients to your legs become more fragile. And even your digestive system starts absorbing nutrients differently than it did in your younger years. That means foods that once caused no problems at all may now create very different effects inside your body. This is one of the biggest senior secrets most people discover too late. And the truth is, your legs are often the first place where these hidden problems begin to appear. You may notice it when getting out of a chair feels harder than before, or when your legs feel unusually tired after a short walk. Maybe your balance feels slightly off. Maybe your knees feel weak climbing stairs. Or perhaps you wake up at night with cramps, stiffness, or aching muscles that never fully recover. And what's dangerous is that many people assume this is simply normal aging. But in many cases, your body is actually responding to inflammation, circulation issues, nutrient imbalance, or muscle breakdown happening silently in the background. Before we get into the first seed, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching from today? And have you noticed any weakness, heaviness, cramps, or balance changes in your legs after 60? Share it in the comments below, because your experience may help someone else realize they are not alone. Now, the first seed may surprise you, because it is heavily marketed as a health food. Number 5. Pumpkin seeds. Now, before anyone panics, pumpkin seeds are not automatically bad. In fact, they contain magnesium, zinc, and healthy fats that can support the body in moderation. But here's what most people don't realize. The problem is not always the seed itself. The problem is how much seniors consume and what type they are eating. Many roasted and heavily salted pumpkin seeds sold in stores contain enormous amounts of sodium and oxidized oils. And after 60, excess sodium can quietly worsen fluid retention and circulation problems, especially in the legs. You may have seen this happen without connecting the dots. You eat a salty snack at night, and the next morning your ankles feel swollen, your legs feel heavy, and walking feels more uncomfortable. That is not your imagination. In older adults, circulation becomes more sensitive to inflammation and water retention. When sodium levels become too high, the body may hold on to excess fluid. That extra pressure can affect blood flow in the lower body, especially if you already have mild circulation issues. In one study published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology, researchers found that excess sodium intake was associated with poorer blood vessel function and increased stiffness in arteries. And after 60, stiff arteries can directly affect how efficiently blood reaches your muscles. What does that mean in real life? It means your legs may fatigue faster. Your muscles may recover more slowly. And even simple daily movement can begin to feel more exhausting. I remember speaking with a 71-year-old man named Richard, who thought his worsening leg heaviness was simply part of getting older. Every evening he would snack on large amounts of roasted salted pumpkin seeds while watching television because he believed they were a healthy senior snack. But once he reduced the heavily salted versions and switched to small portions of unsalted seeds only occasionally, something interesting happened. Within weeks, he noticed less swelling around his ankles and said his legs felt lighter during morning walks. And this is where things get more serious. Because many seniors do not realize that healthy foods can still become harmful when processed, salted, or overconsumed, especially after 60. Now the next seed is even more controversial because millions of people consider it one of the ultimate health foods. And if this video helped you see your daily eating habits in a completely different way, take a second to like the video. It may seem small, but every like helps more seniors over 60 discover these senior health tips before weakness, poor circulation, and leg problems become harder to reverse. Number 4. Chia seeds. You've probably heard people say chia seeds are perfect for senior health because they contain fiber and omega-3 fats. And yes, in small amounts, properly prepared, they can offer benefits. But here's the hidden issue most people ignore. Many older adults consume chia seeds without enough hydration or in excessive amounts. And this can quietly create digestive stress, bloating, and poor nutrient absorption. And when your body cannot absorb nutrients properly, your muscles and nerves are often the first to suffer. After 60, digestion naturally slows down. Your stomach acid levels may decrease, your intestines become more sensitive, and your body may struggle more with processing extremely dense fiber sources. Chia seeds absorb massive amounts of water. In fact, they can expand several times their size. So when seniors add large amounts into smoothies, oatmeal, or yogurt without enough fluid intake, it may contribute to dehydration or digestive discomfort. And dehydration after 60 is extremely dangerous for muscle function. Even mild dehydration can worsen leg cramps, fatigue, dizziness, and weakness. Researchers from the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that dehydration in older adults was strongly associated with poorer physical performance and muscle weakness. What does that mean for you? It means your body may not need more trendy superfoods. Sometimes it simply needs balance, hydration, and moderation. A woman named Carol once told me she started adding huge spoonfuls of chia seeds to every meal after seeing online senior health tips claiming they were miraculous for aging. But within months, she noticed worsening bloating, stomach discomfort, and increased nighttime leg cramps. She assumed she needed even more minerals. But the real issue was hydration and digestion. Once she reduced the amount, increased her water intake, and simplified her meals, her energy slowly improved. But the next part is even more important, because the third seed is hiding in many healthy snacks, marketed specifically to seniors. Number 3. Sunflower seeds. Again, this does not mean sunflower seeds are poison, but context matters tremendously after 60. Many packaged sunflower seed products are roasted in inflammatory oils, heavily salted, and consumed in portions far larger than the body can comfortably handle. And there's another hidden problem. Sunflower seeds are extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids. Now, your body does need some omega-6 fats, but modern diets already contain excessive amounts of them. And when omega-6 levels become too high compared to omega-3 fats, inflammation inside the body may increase. This matters enormously for older adults because chronic inflammation can directly affect muscles, joints, nerves, and circulation. You may feel this as aching legs, stiff knees, slower recovery, or reduced endurance. In one study from the National Institutes of Health, researchers discussed how imbalanced omega-6 intake may contribute to inflammatory processes linked to aging and muscle decline. And after 60, your muscles are already fighting against natural age-related muscle loss called sarcopenia. That means chronic inflammation makes the uphill battle even harder. A retired teacher named Helen told me she constantly snacked on flavored sunflower seeds because they kept her busy during the day. But over time, she noticed increasing stiffness in her lower body and worsening swelling in her feet. Now, of course, no single food caused all of her symptoms. Aging is complex. But when she reduced processed snack foods and focused more on whole foods, hydration, protein, and anti-inflammatory eating habits, she described feeling more stable and energetic within a few months. And this is one of the most overlooked truths in senior nutrition. Sometimes it's not one dramatic thing damaging your legs. It's the accumulation of small inflammatory habits repeated every single day. Now, before we continue, if this video is helping you understand your body better after 60, consider subscribing to Senior Health Support. Every week, we share simple senior health tips designed to help you protect your mobility, circulation, strength, and independence naturally as you age. Now, the fourth seed may shock many people because it's often promoted as a heart-healthy alternative. Number 2. Flax seeds. Now, flax seeds contain beneficial compounds. There's no question about that. But here's where many seniors get into trouble. They consume flax seeds in excessive amounts while already taking medications that affect blood thinning, blood pressure, or digestion. And after 60, interactions matter much more than most people realize. Flax seeds contain compounds that may influence blood clotting and digestion. In some older adults, especially those taking multiple medications, very high intake may contribute to digestive upset or increase the risk of nutrient absorption problems. And here's the issue. When your body struggles to absorb enough protein, magnesium, vitamin B12, or iron, your muscles may weaken gradually over time. You might notice slower walking speed, poor balance, increased fatigue, difficulty climbing stairs. But because the changes happen slowly, many people never connect them to diet patterns. Researchers in older adult nutrition have repeatedly emphasized that aging bodies become more vulnerable to nutrient deficiencies due to reduced absorption and medication interactions. That's why blindly following every online health trend can become risky after 60. A 68-year-old man named Daniel once began adding flaxseed powder to almost every meal because he heard it was one of the greatest senior secrets for longevity. But over time, he experienced worsening digestive discomfort and decreased appetite. And when appetite drops in seniors, muscle loss often accelerates because the body simply stops getting enough protein and calories. This is incredibly common. Many older adults unknowingly undereat protein while focusing too heavily on fiber-heavy health foods. And that combination can quietly weaken the legs over time, because muscles cannot rebuild themselves without proper nutrition. But now we come to the final seed, and this one may be the most important of all, because millions of seniors consume it every single day believing they are making the healthiest possible choice. Number 1. Sesame seeds. Now, sesame seeds themselves are not evil. In moderation, they contain minerals and healthy fats. But the problem often comes from processed sesame-based foods and the way these products are consumed. Many sesame spreads, snack bars, crackers, and processed health foods combine sesame with sugar, refined oils, sodium, and preservatives. And after 60, that combination may quietly increase inflammation, blood sugar instability, and vascular stress. Here's why this matters for your legs. Your muscles depend on steady blood flow and stable energy supply. But blood sugar spikes followed by crashes can worsen fatigue, inflammation, and even nerve irritation in some older adults. And over time, poor metabolic health can directly affect mobility. Researchers from Harvard Medical School have repeatedly emphasized the relationship between chronic inflammation, blood sugar imbalance, and accelerated physical decline in aging adults. What does that mean in real life? It means your daily food choices may either support your independence or slowly chip away at it. I once spoke with a woman in her mid-70s who thought she was eating perfectly because she replaced many traditional snacks with healthy sesame bars marketed toward wellness. But when we looked closer, many of those bars contained large amounts of sugar and processed oils. Once she shifted toward simpler whole foods with balanced protein and hydration, she began noticing more stable energy throughout the day. And this is where the deeper lesson appears. The issue is not that every seed is dangerous. The real danger is blindly assuming that every food labeled healthy automatically supports your body after 60. Because your body at 65 is not the same body you had at 35. Your muscles recover differently. Your circulation responds differently. Your digestion changes. Your hydration needs change. And your legs often reveal these hidden struggles long before the rest of your body does. That's why paying attention matters so much. If your legs feel weaker lately, if your balance feels less steady, if you experience cramps, swelling, heaviness, or unusual fatigue, your body may be asking for less processed health foods and more real nourishment. More protein, more hydration, better circulation support, more anti-inflammatory habits, and simpler nutrition. Not trendy nutrition. Simple senior nutrition habits often outperform complicated health trends. And that truth becomes more important every single year after 60. Now, I want to make something very clear. This video is not telling you to fear food. Fear creates stress, and stress itself affects health. The goal is awareness, because awareness gives you control. And when you begin understanding how your body changes with age, you can make decisions that support strength instead of silently working against it. You are not powerless after 60. Your muscles can still respond. Your circulation can still improve. Your balance can still become more stable. And your body is often far more adaptable than people think. Even small daily changes can create meaningful improvements over time. That is one of the greatest senior secrets nobody talks about enough. Consistency matters more than perfection. Now, before you leave, share this video with someone over 60 who may be struggling with leg weakness, poor circulation, or fatigue without understanding why. Sometimes one small piece of information can completely change how a person takes care of themselves. And now that you understand how certain foods and so-called healthy seeds may quietly affect your circulation, inflammation, and muscle strength after 60, there's another hidden issue many seniors never suspect until their legs already start feeling weaker, heavier, or less stable. Because sometimes the problem is not just what you eat, but what your body is no longer absorbing properly. In my next video, over 60, this one vitamin deficiency weakens your legs. I'll show you the specific vitamin deficiency that has been linked to muscle weakness, poor balance, leg fatigue, and even slower walking speed in older adults. Yet millions of seniors don't realize they may already have it. And once you discover the warning signs and what this deficiency is really doing inside your body, you'll better understand how to support stronger legs, steadier movement, and more confidence after 60.